Wow, my mother is my
Yes,
biggest
let's
critic
go.
at the moment.
Hello. Cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's go. Drop a bomb. We got the bombs back. They were gone a few episodes, but we brought them back.
What happened?
It threw me off.
It had too much files on there. The shit got corrupted. We had to clean it out. But fresh SIM card. So let's do it.
You ready?
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to User Friendly Podcast, the friendliest podcast
In the world.
I'm your host, Squared Hill.
Pablo Trees.
And it's Rex.
Who we got here today?
And
Square?
today we have a very special guest.
Yeah.
One of the most special guests probably of the season. I'm very excited today.
Man.
I feel like I was like earlier today I was trying to like not think, but I mean just keep it as natural as we can because I feel like you do so much. And that's why I'm glad you're here today so we can really like get into shit and you can explain yourself, you know what I'm saying? In a good way, you know.
That's awesome.
But a creative, a hardworking man.
Model.
A model. When I met him, he was doing videos. When I met him, he was doing a whole bunch of things.
That's
Like
crazy.
A freshman, very dedicated to whatever he's doing at the time. We got Chris Lauf.
Let's
The
go.
one, the only, for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, Christopher.
Chris, yeah, you know, you're doing
Full
with the
name,
full
so-
government name. C-Lauf, you know.
But man, how was your week? What you been up to, Chris?
Just working. Yeah, nothing much. Just
Regular,
living the corporate dream right now.
Yeah,
Damn.
aren't we all?
Yeah, I had a migraine last week, and I don't get migraines like that.
Mm.
So it set me back. I had to recoup.
What's the difference between a migraine and a headache?
I feel like migraines is just like more severe.
Yeah.
Like it's like
so I only get migraine. This is my second migraine, but my mom and my brother get migraines, and they get like stroke-like symptoms before they get them,
Holy shit.
and that's what I get. And so I was driving into work, and I felt like fuzzy, like man, I'm like still tired. But I get to work, and I can't see. I couldn't see like out of like one of my eyes, and I'm like rubbing my eye. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm like looking at my phone. I can only see like half the screen. And I'm thinking, I'm like, man, do I need to wear my glasses? I only wear glasses for like being on the computer. So I put them on and then my head started hurting. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get a migraine. And then I'm like, yeah, I got to go. So I started driving home. My hands started getting numb.
fuck, dude.
Damn.
I get off the E-way and I drive far. I work all the way in Gurnee.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
shit.
Yeah, so I'm driving
That's
far.
a
I'm
drive.
like,
You hitting Six Flags right after you get
yeah.
off?
I make a joke. I could go there for lunch and get a funnel cake. So yeah, I get home. I get almost home, and I pull over on the side of the road, and I just start vomiting, man.
Wow.
Yeah, because I like had like it. It didn't feel like I was nauseous, but I'm like I just got to throw up, and I was like. I got home like I was like, man, people probably thought I was drunk as hell. 11 in the morning, I'm sitting on the side of the road throwing up. And then because my mom gets them, she like called me. She was like, yeah, just take an Advil and the Tylenol together
Damn.
and just go to sleep. And yeah, I slept from like 11 to 4. And I woke up with like a little headache. But yeah, it's just like really intense, I guess. It's only my second time, but I get all these symptoms that my mom and my little brother get.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Does weed help or not really?
I don't know. I didn't try it. The first time I got a migraine, I couldn't see. Like, really couldn't see. It was like, you ever look through a kaleidoscope?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what it was looking
That's when
like.
you got cataracts for real. That's
Yeah.
when you damn near need the shit.
I was scared. I was like, hey, Ma. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
what's
it.
going on? And she's like, you about to get your first migraine. And I was like, oh, all right. She's like, just go to sleep. But like my brother, he can't see. Like, he's got to lay in a dark room.
Mm.
And yeah, it's just wild. So that had me down bad for the last like 2 days after that. That was like on a Wednesday. So I just been like chilling, trying to catch up on work because I missed work that day.
Yeah.
I've actually been getting used to these contacts. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm not wearing
Not
glasses.
until you
Oh,
told me that. I
damn.
had no
Shit.
idea.
So I was wearing glasses for like 5 years, and then I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try the contacts." And I'm actually on a free trial, but they gave me like 3 months. So I was,
Dope.
yeah,
That's
I'm trying
tight.
it out.
Nice.
I put them on every day, and then I sometimes forget to take them off when I take a nap or something. And then my shit was looking crazy when I woke up.
Damn.
But got my braces tightened. I'm on like my second to last braces appointment, so just kind
Damn, you're
It's
close
crazy.
to
Yeah.
then.
of healing my
How long you
body.
been having them?
A year, literally just a year.
That ain't bad.
It's not that bad.
Self-care.
And then Lucas started school, so we were just preparing for that. He has a new teacher. He said that she's too loud. He said that she'd be yelling.
It's gonna be a long year for him.
He said it's not like kindergarten.
Was he excited to go back?
He was a little bit to see some friends, but he's got to get used to a whole new group of people and shit.
Yeah.
But that was my week. Yeah.
That's tight.
What about you guys?
My week's been good. I just been chilling at home. Ariel was off on a business trip, so yeah, she's just been traveling for work. So I just been at home doing my own thing. Just a lot of work, and yeah, honestly, that's about it. Yeah. I really
We need some rest days sometime.
Yeah. I was able to get some me time. Anytime Ariel goes off to a trip, I take that moment to just do a lot of self-care. I like steam my face, do a nice like skin routine.
Nice.
Do a little face mask, maybe take a bath.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a nice time. But yeah, just been chilling. It's good to be back. It's been a while.
What about you, Squared?
We're right off the cherry market. You know what I'm saying? That
Comfy
was great.
market.
Congrats
Comfy
on that,
market.
man.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
That's
Yeah.
tight.
It went well. I was so fucking nervous going into it. Up until that Friday, with the friends and family, and I feel like after that was just like shit's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm grateful for everybody that came out, everybody that bought something. Not saying I didn't think I was gonna sell anything, but I sold way more than I thought I was gonna sell. And it's just back to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for the future endeavors and future like things like that. I was grateful like for the platform, but even like after you see like what you make, you're like, damn, like, and then what you between like setting everything up and even like Cherry Mountain too, and I'm grateful for the opportunity, but it kind of makes you think like, wow, like if I didn't and I kind of did it like on my own like kind of terms, I would have came out like even crazier. But it was cool because that wasn't the goal in the first place. Like, I wasn't going in there like trying to like selling out would have been nice, but I wasn't like going there with the goal, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad you did it because
Yeah.
a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I want my first time or my first experience to be like my own shit,"
Yeah,
and you like were like, "Hey, this is opportunity. I'm gonna take it."
yeah. And at first, me and Pablo talked about it before, just like doing stuff with ADF is like we vended before,
Yeah,
and I never really wanted to do it like the. I mean, it was cool because it wasn't like the traditional me standing in front of my stuff and saying like, "Yo, this is what
you were
this
able to
is."
just stand
I was
there
able to
and get drunk.
vibe and like people can like literally, yeah, that too. But people can just like walk around and not even like really talk to me, but just like see something and be like, "Yo, I like this. Like, can I buy it?" So that was like even better for me. I didn't have to like but also people like want to come out and see you. So I was telling a lot of people, but then I'm telling a lot of people like I don't have to be here all day. This isn't like a pop up.
Right.
So I did miss some people, but
yeah, me.
that's yeah, I did miss you. But that's like the part of the experience too. I want to become better at just like being there because that's what people are coming for. Of course, they like what you make, but like they want to interact with you and stuff like that. But I had a great time. I had a great week. And it's on to the next one, man. We chilling. We working on the next shit.
Yeah.
So,
It felt like we owned the city because Bree had her fashion show.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Bree too for
so
killing that shit for sure.
Friday we went to the Comfy Market, and then Saturday
I love that you're calling it that too, because that's what it is. Fuck it. It is what it is.
And then Saturday we went to Bree's fashion show. Bree's a local designer. She's our homie, and she went crazy. It was like my first time seeing like a runway experience, and kind of like made me like kind of want to put on like a collection like that, but very I don't know how to like very majestic, elegant designs. It felt like I was off shrooms and I wasn't even on.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
So she
that
did her
looked
thing.
dope. Yeah.
And then there's like a slight after party, but we didn't go to the club or nothing, but we had a good time. Aurora was
Fuck the clubs.
Bro.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's funny you bring up ADF because that was the first time I met Chris. I think you modeled for our ADF like spring 2020, like 2019.
Yeah, it had to be. It was definitely before pandemic.
It wasn't
Before pandemic?
definitely was not 2020.
2016,
man, I don't know. Yeah,
It had to be like
somewhere around that
2018,
time.
19.
Crazy.
Damn, I should have looked
Probably
back
18.
on like.
I have it
years,
on my
right?
archive, my photos on my Instagram.
It's on the ADF page.
Yeah.
So you modeled, and this was at Sirius crib. I remember that day.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
That was tight, man.
So do you consider yourself a model, or you kind of just do it for the homies?
Yeah, I just do it for the homies. I think when I first like started, my basketball coach from high school would keep telling me like, yo, like you should pursue it. And I'm like, and I like really was like, well, how do I like make bread off of it though? And then you like get into like, oh, you gotta be fit. You like, it's just like a self-conscious thing. And I was like, I don't want to even like indulge into that industry of like being judged or like, oh, I really want to do this and they like shut me down or something like that. And I was just like, I don't know if that's like the industry I even want to be in, to like be judged on just based on how you look. And yeah, but I feel like I got a unique-ish look, not like super crazy. So I'm like, yeah, I could do it for the homies and like people that like see me fit in the brand or what I can do for them, something like that. So yeah, I just did it for the homies.
Yeah. No, you
haven't
did a great
modeled.
job.
Yeah, I haven't modeled in a while.
I feel like you give off that energy where you're not trying too hard. You're just like in the clothes, you make them fit well.
Yeah.
I don't know your ethnicity. Are you Hispanic? Or
Nah.
Are you white?
Yeah, I'm white. I'm white and Asian.
No way.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed. Bro.
Yeah.
I thought you were Hispanic.
We're getting
I
into the
wouldn't
thick
have
of it
guessed
now.
that.
What kind of
yeah.
Asian?
I'm Taiwanese.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, my grandmother is from Taiwan. And then like I'm white, but I'm German, Italian, and Polish.
Sick.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
spicy.
all my all like my great grandparents have migrated, so they're all like actually from places and shit. So it's cool.
How was it like growing up? You don't have the typical like immigrant story because they've been here for a while.
Yeah. All my people have been here for a while, except my grandma. So like she came here. Her and my grandfather met while he was in the Air Force out there, and she like brought, they got married. He brought her here. She didn't have parents, my grandmother, she told me like her parents had died like kind of young. So I think that's like kind of what made her like just be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go to America. So it was cool. Like I don't ever think there was like a language gap or anything, but she always cooked, she always cooked like Asian food, like sukiyaki for the holidays. We still do that. That's like hot pot, her fried rice is amazing. I gotta learn how to make it, and I gotta bring it to some people because, yeah, she can throw down in the kitchen.
Let's have a potluck.
Yeah. So I've always been like surrounded by like a bunch of different food, like my Italian grandma would cook, and then she learned from like her mother-in-law, so my great grandmother, from Polish. So like I'd have like Polish food, Asian food, and just like American food too.
Crazy.
So yeah, it was cool. Yeah, my upbringing was cool.
I feel like it's kind of crazy when I first met you. It was my first day at Foot Locker. My first day at the upstairs Foot Locker, North Riverside. I don't know if it was I started that Black Friday. Wow. And I quit Target that week.
You guys were coworkers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
What year was that?
2015.
Oh,
2015.
Man.
I have a pretty decent memory. I'm not gonna lie about certain things. But I remember meeting you, and you had this fucking fur. I forgot what kind of coat it was, but you had like the fur collar. You had the fur collar on it. You were flea as hell. I'm not gonna lie, very flea. He had. I think even during
like
that time, you're telling me.
Like, well, obviously not.
No. It was some. Yeah, it wasn't.
Probably like a Zara
probably.
coat.
You made it look like it was something else. You made it look like it was something else. But I remember talking about like certain things. Like I just feel like you were the man of Foot Locker, bro. Like when I got there, like you and Miguel were like the men. Like y'all are like them boys. So I think everything else just came like slow. We started talking. We got cool over just talking about like you telling me about like Kith.
Yeah.
You're telling me about like all this shit, and I remember even coming in with my 10 deep coat. I had my 10 deep coat. You like talked to me about that, and even but just like Asics, bro. I remember you like super,
that was like peak Ronnie 5. like, getting into.
And you had a few of them too.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings? Or like who put you onto those?
No, I did. I do have siblings. I got a younger brother. He's 23. And then I got 2 younger sisters, both 9 and 6.
But you had to find it yourself then.
Yeah. I think that was all just like me. Damn. Okay, so I guess I'll just like backtrack everything, right? So, I don't know. I was always into skateboarding. I was always into like basketball. So that was like my 2 main things growing up. Like hanging outside, biking, just being in the neighborhood. And then like half my friends lived in the neighborhood, and then half my friends were bused. So yeah, I guess I just skateboarded and biked, and then like just getting older and then being in the internet, like I was like, all right, like what's the cool things to like get into skateboarding or like get into like basketball and stuff like that. So I just play in like, so going back to basketball, I just play in like parks like regularly or just in the neighborhood. And then skateboarding, like my stepdad actually helped me a lot. He would be like with me and be like, yo, what's some of these spots like should we go to or whatever. And I don't know if an SB was my first shoe or if it was like Jordans. I feel like it was SBs, like I was trying to get SBs or something like that. And I remember finding a few SB spots in the city, like back when you had to actually like camp out and shit. And it was like Belmont Army. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah, I remember that story.
There was like an uprise, of course, but Belmont Army like always had like a bunch of shit. And my stepdad actually like we like one day just went on a whim and like drove to all these spots. I think there was like a spot in Uptown, too. I can't remember the name, and maybe I'm wrong about the SB account, but yeah, and I think St. Alfred's even was an SB account at one point.
I'm sure.
I think.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Skateboarding got you into like streetwear.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And then fast forward a little bit, I got into high school. I went to a high school that I knew nobody at, because like my neighborhood high school was like bad or whatever. You know, and people that don't know Chicago public schools, you have to test to get into high school, which is whack as fuck. So I wasn't able to get into like the really good high schools.
That explains why people was going to West from the city. He was like,
Yeah.
damn, they can't send y'all nowhere. It's like you have to go here.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. So it was either I went to Whitney Young because I had a plug to get in there, or I went to Von Steuben, and Von is where I ended up going. So my best friend went to Whitney Young, Nick Fisher, and his dad's actually the security guard there, and he's like, yo, I can get you in. And I was like, man, I didn't test in there. I was like, so I feel like I'm not that smart, but I'm like, I just feel like the curriculum is gonna be like a little too crazy, and I'm just like, I'm good. I'll just go to Von. But Von was 10 miles from my house, and in the city, that's far as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I took two buses, both like the longest bus ride ever. It was an hour and a half to get to school.
that shit is ridiculous.
In
What
the
time did
city.
you wake up?
Yo, so I played basketball in my freshman
Fuck.
year. Because we were freshmen, we had a practice in the morning.
Mhm.
Man, 5:30 a.m. I'd have to be at school.
Damn.
6, so I'd leave at like 5:30. I think like practice was like 6 maybe or something like that, because first bell was like 7 or something like that. So I was just used to like traveling around the city. I went to Vine without knowing anybody. You know, like all my friends either went somewhere else or the neighborhood high school. And that like really like opened up my mind to like just exploring the city, meeting new people. So the one really cool thing about Vaughn is it's equally maybe I'm not saying this right, but it's 25% of everything. So there's 25% white kids, 25% Latinos, 25% black, and then like 25% Asian.
They ain't going past that 25? They said we met the
yeah,
quota?
no,
Yeah.
So it was like a lottery, and like you got they
true.
like pick people, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's raw though.
Yo,
I
got friends from like everywhere, and it's all over the city, you
Yeah.
know. So I got friends from everywhere. Just a funny ass story. One time we went to one of my friends who's Arabic, or he's Muslim, and you know they have a lot of they take, I should say that they have bidets. And no one knew what a bidet was.
They don't use toilet paper. Got chemicals and shit in it.
Yo, one of my homies comes out the bathroom. He's like, dude, what the fuck was that? And he's like wet all in his shirt.
Wait, is toilet paper haram?
So
Is that considered
it's like, because it's like a certain chemical in toilet
Crazy.
paper.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't
bro.
know that's
so that's
why.
that's the reason, because it's a certain chemical in toilet paper.
Wow.
They do not use that shit.
I want a bidet.
It's
eventually.
actually crazy
Yeah.
because everything
I've
is
never
like
used one.
fucked
Save
up.
some money
Like
on paper.
everything is something to everything. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah.
like the things
Damn,
you
I
don't
didn't know
think
that.
about, you're just like, damn, like.
Yeah.
But bidets, they get everywhere. Once you know how to properly like, you know, turn it on and shit.
Yo, so yeah, that was like it was just, you know, just little things like that, like getting exposed to like different cultures and stuff like that. But then like in high school, I really started like doing stuff on my own and like waiting for shoes and shit like that. So I got plugged with Foot Locker because I picked up a little job at Wingstop. And
was that your first job?
Yeah, Wingstop was my very first job. It was like in between hooping because I would like play ball like throughout the season, and I picked up a job like my summer of going into junior year. So I was like 15, 16. And the manager would always come to Wingstop.
Who?
Doug. I don't think know
I
Doug,
didn't.
but Doug is like pretty big up in Foot Locker now.
It's above your pay card.
It was facts. I remember I was getting. I don't know. It's too. We get into that a little bit for sure.
So
it was a lot.
You know,
I was yeah. So I was wasting so much money at Foot Locker and working at Wingstop, but I was getting paid really good at Wingstop. So, Wingstops are franchises, and back then we were actually like the number 2 or number 1 Wingstop in the country.
Oh shit!
God damn,
we were selling the shit out of wings.
I was flipping them bitches.
Yeah, like early on, and so I was getting paid. Dude, I was in high school when the minimum wage was like $8. I was getting paid like $15-$20 an hour.
Damn.
So I was making like really good money for like a 15, 16-year-old.
No,
yeah. But I was working. I was working a lot though. Like I'd work to 2 a.m.
That's why that boy had that fur coat on when I met him. That's why I'm telling you, I saw it. I'm like.
So I worked at Wingstop for like a year, and then it was like, do I go back to playing ball or do I still make this money? And I was like, you know what? I was like, man, I don't know if I really want to play ball like that anymore. And then I was like teetering of like not playing, like not getting any like playing time like that. So I was like, I'll stick to this money. I'm not 6 feet, like I'm not dunking on nobody.
You gave the hoop dreams up?
Yeah, I gave my hoop dreams up. Yeah. I'll still play. I'll still bust some people though. So I was like getting burnt. So I was working, and then I ended up meeting the manager, Doug, and I was like, man, I'm missing out on all these high school parties now because I'm working at 2 a.m. And I was like, I need a better job, or just a job that I'll enjoy now. So yeah, Doug, I like went up there, and he would backstory. So I started getting cool with everybody at North Riverside because I'd bring plates of wings. They'd hold me down shoes, and they would give me the military discount.
How much was it?
It was just a code, and it was 20% off with no tax. So they just put codes in. You can't do that shit no more. So I'll be giving plates of wings to all the stores that could hold me down shoes or whatever. And I was like, man, I just want to work at Foot Locker now, like fuck it. So Doug was like, yeah, just come in. You start Monday. I didn't have to go through an interview or anything. And I worked at Foot Locker for a while. In North Riverside back then was like the mecca. It was like the only house of hoops in the country. There was like 3 house of hoops in the country. Like Kobe has been there.
Yeah, I remember seeing Joe in that bitch random as hell one day.
What?
Like I remember it was like I was at work. I mean, it was when we were at work. I think I went to Five Below, and he came. But he had his daughter with him.
Whoa.
And I was just like, what the fuck? I'm like, but I mean, for me,
like dope boy
not being for me not being in the city for real. I had a late start, so for me, like, dude, West Suburbs is like a whole different world. Like over here is like a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? Like this is our mall. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't like realize how like crazy it was until I got there.
Yo, I helped out Lil Durk before at North Riverside. Like
I got a grill from the middle of the mall.
Yo, that mall was crazy, man. I've seen fights happen in that mall. Like, and
I always avoided them every time. Like I would not work. Like they always happen.
You just walk around them.
But now I remember like literally like meeting this like dude like yesterday, like just popping shit with you, bro. Like even like talking about this is before fucking Travis was even like Travis, bro. Like we were talking about, and I don't know if you remember that because I don't know if you're
a great memory.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you're,
shit.
but I like specific things about like people. Like when I met you, I'm like, yo, like it's like when like we see somebody with like the same like type of like clothing. It's like. Yeah. All right, like you know what I'm saying? Like he knows what he's like talking about. He just knows things. And I remember, I don't know if if I was talking to you, or like that's when Travis like first started like just really blowing up. But I feel like I even like played like a few songs that I don't know if you even heard. Like I remember like that like exchange, and shit's just crazy, bro. Shit's just crazy. We got transferred to foot action together too.
Yeah.
But you, Miguel, Eric, like all y'all were just like so like natural to me. Like Tony was natural too. Ant was natural. Like everybody like who we worked with was like very good at selling things. You know what I'm saying? Just like very smooth.
Yeah, that's crazy. I come from like a real sales background. Like we had to make goals and quotas.
Yeah,
and shit,
that shit
man.
sucked.
Was
I hated that
crazy.
shit,
I
bro.
feel like you guys are like beating each other up in the background.
We were.
That
we
was
fucking
crazy.
were, bro.
Yeah.
Farming each other for
Yo,
customers.
Like not,
So-
bro, pulling people off ladders type
That's
shit. Like
crazy.
shit
Yo,
like
like
that.
people don't know what it's like.
Not at all.
We worked
That
on
shit fucking
commission,
sucked.
Right.
and like everybody was like thirsty and like just wanted. It's also like competition, but our manager, because we'd be like loaded up with Air Force Ones. And our manager would be like, yo, a 10 white low. Everybody just drop what they doing and just start running to the back.
I could be talking to so I could be talking to his customer. If I overhear his customer saying, "Oh, I want a 10 low," I can shoot,
You gonna take it
bring it
from
out, and but it's fucked up too. I think that also kind of made me like.
Cold?
I remember, oh my god, what's her name? That's
Heartless?
no, not Nikki. She was the manager. She's the upper manager. So it was Ant and it was Laura.
Yeah.
Shout out to Laura.
Yeah,
I'm sure she's not listening, but who knows? I remember she gave me a talk and she's like, yo, like, I think that doing that too was like, I was having like a bad like couple months and I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I don't know if I even like the running shit. I'm like, fuck, I'm just want to sell, you know what I'm saying? Like, sell some shit. So I remember her talking to me and having a talking like, yo, do you want to be here? And I'm just like, yeah, I do, but it's hella shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hella things I just didn't know that. We fighting in the fucking back. And I think even after that talk, I improved. Like, but she got on my ass though. I remember her getting on my ass, and I'm like, bro, like this is hella things going on. But funny, yeah, Eli too. Like Eli was in that circle too. He was at I forgot. He was in the Foot Locker like thing, but he was at a different mall. But like everybody knew like each other. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was just very. And then we went to fucking Foot Action, and it all went fucking downhill for me.
Yeah,
like legit.
We
got promoted to Foot Action.
Yeah, so
they had to choose half the store. They said, y'all go down there. The other ones will stay over here.
Did you get a raise?
No, it wasn't a fucking promotion. It was just like, come open that new store. Like, y'all worked here. Like, just open this one type shit. Like, we built the one. I mean, it's not the Jordan store anymore. But we helped like put that shit together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of things have changed since.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it's the Jordan side no more.
Yeah, there's no Jordan stores, period. They don't work off commission no more.
They just get paid?
Yeah, they just
Foul, fucking lovely.
Yeah.
That's lovely, actually.
But I'm like, man, they were so... And then early, I don't know if you were still part of it, but like we had to sell cleaners. We had to sell insoles and socks. And
I mean, shit, that's the only thing you made money off of. You ain't make money off of fucking shoes. Yeah. You can sell Jordans the opening day. You ain't making shit off of them bitches.
So, yeah, that shit was crazy. So... Yeah, so we got promoted to Foot Action, and then Rich at the time. You remember Rich? He was the manager for. He was the manager at Big Foot Locker.
Oh, for a little bit. Okay, because I'm thinking of like Katie and Wes.
Oh no. Okay, so, damn. That's okay. You came. Damn. But didn't you leave and then come back to Foot Action?
No. So actually, no. They pulled. So. Katie's whatever. I'm not like whatever. Yeah, Katie is no sour grapes.
When were you working with Katie though?
I was working with Katie when he was at Foot Action. So he managed Foot Action. But it was some bullshit. I didn't fuck with Wes. Yeah. I don't even know his fucking last name, but fuck dude. Yeah.
It was a lot of bullshit.
It was a lot of bullshit, but you know what they did to me? They stopped scheduling me, bro. So they stopped scheduling you and you just get kicked off the schedule. And they say you gotta reapply. I came to the store, I got on Wes' ass. I'm like, bro, I've been texting y'all, I've been calling y'all for weeks to tell me to put me on this fucking schedule and y'all just refuse. And he's like, my bad, bro. He's like, Brian, you gotta, bro, I also want to whoop his ass, bro. I started fucking cursing his ass out. And fucking Katie's like, come on. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, it's like I tried to tell y'all, bro. Katie knew, and he knew, bro. Yeah. And he knew what was going on. Yeah. So I'm like, as a black man, I was just hurt because I'm like, damn, bro. I think I saw his ass at LA Fitness a couple like years later.
I'm dead.
Enterprise. He came into Enterprise when I was working at Enterprise. I left Foot Locker, Foot Action, Foot Enterprise. Not saying I left. I was forced out. Goddamn it.
Crazy.
But I wasn't fired technically.
So okay, I opened up Foot Action, and then it was like a transition where I was about to go to I was about to transfer college. So like I finished like my gen eds pretty much, and I'm like, well shit, I'm going to UIC, and I was like, man, I'm like tired of the mall, cause like it was like 3-4 years I've been at the mall, and I'm like, man, I'm tired of this shit. So I basically like called Rich, and I'm surprised you didn't work with Rich, man.
Man, he's probably better than Wes.
Rich is awesome. Rich is also up there with like Doug now, but Rich, so the Jordan store downtown was opening, and I'm like, yo, Rich, like I'm tired of being at this mall, like I'm trying to go downtown. He's like, well, shit, man, you got some shit to figure out. He's like, cause you still working, you still are about to finish your gen eds. He's like, when you go to UIC, like call me. And I'm like, all right. So it was like 3-4 months after they opened up, I moved downtown. So yeah, man, I had long ass days, man. I'd go to school and then I'd go to UIC and then go to the Jordan store and then work, close, and then go back home. So there's some days like I had 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. classes. I just stayed down there till like 10 p.m. till I leave work.
Damn.
Those are long ass days. So like I'm used to just like grinding it out, having long days and shit. But I think that's when I really started like meeting a lot more people, like being downtown and like just
in the scene.
I guess being in the scene and stuff. But going back to like modeling, that was like my first crack of like, okay, so like I knew everything, right? Like I like knew what was going on. I knew about brands. I knew about Kith and shit, you know, like just because I knew about Kith in like 2015, 2016, like early on. And my homegirl Angie, she was like, yo, you should model for this brand. And that's when I was like starting to grow out my hair, and it was Good Sinners. And I don't know like if that's how if that's how you found me or if you found me through Brighton, but like Good Sinners, like that was my first like modeling thing. And
are they still active?
Yeah.
Trying to see what that looks
like. Man, it was like one of his like first few like photo shoots too. So like it was like the start of his brand in a sense. Maybe it might have been a little bit older, but yeah, I modeled for him, and then I started modeling. I really didn't like model that much though, so I modeled for Adfectus, and then I think I modeled for Sovereign like twice or something like that, and that's just from knowing people. So like working downtown, like I met Hugo and David was working at Sovereign, and then also through sneakers, like I met people, like I met my homie Junior, you know, who does Subtle Garments. I met him through sneakers. I think he traded me a Cause Bape hoodie for some Kobe's. So and that's like a crazy collab, like back then, you know, Cause and Bape. And then what else? I met Darius, and then like through Junior, because Darius and Junior were like good friends. They met off Tumblr, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think I
I was always so bad at Tumblr.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I didn't think I'm like, yo, I'm not good at this. Like I got on there, I was confused. I'm like, what the fuck? Like this whole layout is ridiculous.
Yeah, I wasn't that good at Tumblr. I ain't make no friends off that
I wanted to be very bad, but I'm like, this is not my thing.
Yeah. And then I think that's really it. That's still where my circle, like my friend group is. Like I'm still cool with Junior, I'm still cool with Darius, I'm still cool with you guys.
So being in those like circles, because you also worked for Joe, right? For a while?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So you gained retail experience, and
so oh man, that's okay. Let me go back because I'm also giving a.
I feel like even with that text when you said, I remember the text when you sent it to me. I was so happy. You know, I was like happy. But I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know what I was even doing at that time, bro. But I'm like, I was working.
It should be me.
No, and it wasn't that. It was like I feel like it's just crazy how like our lives are like kind of intertwined. You know what I'm saying? Like when I think back of it, and I'm like, damn, like dude, like I've known you almost damn near 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I think back of how you worked for Joe, and I remember getting that text message from you, and you're like, yo, like
that's crazy.
Like, yo,
yeah, I do remember that. I didn't tell a lot of
people.
Yo,
and you told me like, yo, like I'm still, this is like still like new. Yeah. You're like, yo, I'm working for Joe. I'm like, I was happy as hell for you, bro.
So
you know what I'm saying?
I'm doing a disservice to also like I have two friends. I have like I think we all have like different friend groups, right? So I got friend groups that I like grew up with. I got friend groups that like I went to high school with. Some of them carry over, but my one friends and this is probably what you were saying. Like you met me when I was like doing videos, I think, and so early on, like when I was so like early on, like when I was trying to, I guess just like figure out what I do, like okay, I kind of like whatever modeling, but my friends were rapping. My homies Desi and Alex Wiggins, they had a studio, and it was like early on. It was like probably 2015, so we were still like pretty young. But they like saved up money. They got studio. My other homie Pucho was producing. Like it was like a whole little like rap like group, and I was like always around, and I'm like, man, I want to bring value, right? But I'm like, how? So I like bought a camera. I started filming them. I started taking pictures. But I hated the editing process. Yeah. I hated that shit, man. And I was like, I was broke, so I was like buying cracked versions of fucking Premiere, and that shit was like crashing my computer. I'm like, man, fuck this. And it was just like a really tedious thing to me. And I feel like I would have a vision, but I'm like, man, I can't. So I did shoot like 2 or 3 videos. They're on YouTube somewhere. But yeah, like I think like I just try everything, like I think that's like a big thing for me is like I was never scared to like just try it and be like, all right, yeah, this ain't what I want to do.
Do they still rap?
Desi's getting back to it, and Wiggins is also getting back to it. People got like handling shit in their lives. Desi had a kid and shit. So and he like moved to Columbus and stuff, but he's back actually.
I feel like we used to just brag a lot about our friends to each other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was like more like your friends do this.
Your friends were rapping too.
Yeah, right? Jose.
Yeah.
I think Fiji. Fiji. But I think at the time, like that's when Josh wasn't like. He was like figuring it out.
He wasn't claiming it.
So he wasn't claiming
it.
Never
wanted to be a rapper.
So he was managing. He was doing everything else. But Jose was like the forefront for like that's who we were at class with.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why like we even really like connected because our friends were like doing something else, and we were still like, all right, what do we do? You know, like we're cool. We know it's cool. And like we're surrounded by creatives, but like we're not doing nothing.
And even me creating, I feel like during that time with like Effectus, like my confidence was not like of course I was there, but like my confidence was not. You know what I'm saying? Like I did not like. I was always feel like I was super pressured, but like Josh was trolling shit and like, oh, we gonna talk about this next episode. I'm gonna get on his ass. But like just be pressured to like over pressure, not put pressure on myself, which in turn like didn't like really. I felt like at the time it didn't add value. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, like I'm part of this, but like, I don't know. I just feel like I was very like weird, like very like lost in time and trying to figure myself out and be like, I don't know, like not saying anything stupid. Like I don't know, just not being. I was very timid as far as like being creative. You know what I'm saying? Like knew it was there, but I was very like, so. But
that's real. No, but that really happens. Like especially when you're like, oh shit. I know I don't want to rap, but like this is what I'm around. Like, what do I do? Like I don't want to be like a groupie.
I was always nervous of making like one good song and then not being able to like top the song. And I'm like, fuck, like what am I gonna do?
Because me and Squared were both like the outsiders in this big rap group, and I feel like we would mess around, we would rap a little bit, you know, but you never felt the need to want to get in the booth.
Hell no.
It's like but it's also crazy because like. I feel like a lot of people. I mean, we dress like rap. I feel like we not saying that, but like yo, we be fresh. We be fresh. So it's like kind of a thing with somebody's like, yo, you make music, and it's like, no, like, no, I don't, bro. Like,
so you the producer?
Yeah, I don't make any.
Do you guys ever get those DMs from like fake pages? They'd be like, I just heard your latest.
I still get those. I still get those from SoundCloud from like when I was hosting songs.
Yeah,
I get those from SoundCloud all the time. Still,
well, you kind of music related because you were a DJ.
Yeah,
you were a DJ.
So it's like,
I mean, I'm not saying was like I'm not anymore. It's just like, hey, I just haven't.
Focus on clothes.
I'm a designer. I'm a designer, ma.
But speaking of that, you never had an interest to like start your own clothing brand, being around or like having this love for streetwear. It never translated to like wanting to make clothes.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I've played with the idea here and there. I mean, I feel like I'm still playing with the idea of like what to do. But I'm always like, damn, do I make something like that? I just have like all these different like feelings about it, right? Like, oh, do I need to like stay consistent with it? Do I need to make it like a household name, like something that's gonna stick. I feel like figuring out the name has been one of the hardest things.
There's a lot of routes to go about it. There's
Yeah.
like so many different ways, and
so no, I've never like really pulled the trigger on it, but it's never been like outside of my mind to not do it.
So if somebody was to ask you like, what do you do, or like who you are, what would you say right now? You're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I said it's still a work in progress.
Yeah.
But I like that about you though. Like I feel like you've tried so many things, and even just getting straight to the bag, like because you get into your bag right now. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's always been like the main focus. Is I mean, of course, like doing things that make you happy, but like you've always maintained like a great job, or like even like in between that, like you've always like had something. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, I started really like making a decent money like at Foot Locker because I was selling the shit out of shoes.
I wasn't making shit in that bitch.
I was from my checks. I was downtown too. I was still making commission. And then like I finessed somehow because the Foot Locker in Riverside was on a different pay thing, and like I was able to like keep that same pay thing but take it downtown, and I was just getting paid like really good money, and then I started reselling. And then I'm like, well, shit, I got $500 to spend on my discount card. I could turn that $500 into cash every month. How can I do that? So even if I was like reselling a shoe to only make $10, I'm like, well, I use my discount on it. I'm still like making money and stuff like that from it. And that was like me getting by in college. So I went to college for finance because I was like, I don't know what I really wanted to do. Like I changed my major mad times in community college, but I'm like, okay, I like the idea of like flipping shoes at that time. And I was like, in finance and in business, finance is the thing that I know the least amount about. So I'm like, let me try this. So I felt like I was like, okay, cool, marketing's cool or whatever. And then I kind of had that pressure from my parents, like, well, if you get a finance degree, you always have a job, you know? So I kind of was like forced into it, but I'm like, yo, I still like making money and like figuring out how to work with money. So I'll get my finance degree. And yeah, I got my finance degree while working at Foot Locker. I was trying to get an internship with Foot Locker, but they wanted me to go to fucking Tampa.
Hell no.
And I was like, no. Like
for what though?
There was like an internship
for
Champs, and Champs is like out in Tampa. And I was like, that's just not cool. Like,
send me to the Champs in North Riverside. God damn it.
Yeah. So I got my degree, and then I was like balancing working at Foot Locker, and then I got like a big boy corporate job, and that shit was terrible, man. Man, I was working in the burbs, doing the real 9-to-5 shit. Being in finance, I was an analyst. Being in finance, and everybody I was working with was like older, or they were my age. So like my little group that like got hired together, we were all cool. So like it made going to work okay, but I was still like being in traffic because it's an 8-to-5 job.
Packing your lunch.
Yeah, it was bad. And then
I don't think that's the worst part of it.
The company was
Packing
old,
lunch.
So I did that for 6 months, and I was like, man, I need a new job. But I was also still working for Foot Locker because I'm like, all right, maybe I can get into Foot Locker.
You still
like,
wanted to have your foot in there.
Yeah, like, and but then Anthony was like, man, you ain't doing shit downtown, man. You got to go to another Foot Locker.
I've tried to see if Anthony was on.
Woodfield,
I miss Anthony. I ain't gonna lie. I miss Anthony. I've tried to find my boy on Facebook. I cannot find that boy, but I hope he's doing well. Is he still a Foot Locker, do you think?
Yeah, he's like up there now. Like
is he here?
DM. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
I don't know when's the last time I seen him, but yeah. So yeah, I was still like, okay, I got my degree. I was like, well, I'm still working at Foot Locker. Let me try to use like their job portal, like their employee job portal to like make a move. That was just never working out. Like I finally got an interview, and I was like name dropping mad people like in the interview of like all like Doug and they were like, yeah, we don't know any of those people.
Fuck.
And I'm like, this sucks. I'm
Laura?
like, no one.
Damn.
They knew no one in retail. And I'm like, that's fucked up that corporate doesn't know anybody in retail, because retail people are like the actual people that are pushing these products,
Yeah, for sure.
that are having experiences with customers, that are knowing everything. And I'm like, and that's crazy that Foot Locker doesn't even like try to promote people or like look for people in their system. So after I had that interview, I was like, man, fuck this, fuck Foot Locker.
They need to get undercover boss in there. Type shit.
Yeah,
They
for
did,
sure.
bro.
They did.
Did they really?
No, I mean, well, you know what? How I was treated, I was just very hurt. I'm like, damn, like y'all didn't even really, y'all just stopped scheduling the kids. So I was kind of bitter, but I had a right to be.
Fuck Foot Locker.
Fuck them.
Yeah, I don't even look for jobs on them anymore. So I left that Schaumburg job and I went to a job in the city. I'm like, all right, at least it's in the city. I can like still be like okay. And I worked there for like another 6 months, and they let my whole team go. I was like, what the fuck? And I was on vacation in Hawaii when they let me go.
Fuck. They said, you young motherfuckers, out of here.
Yo, they let go of my whole team. And I wasn't doing shit, but I think that's why they let go of all of us. Dude, I was getting paid like $25 an hour to fucking put photos in a folder.
No, yeah, you definitely was not doing shit, for sure. You was there collecting.
Yeah, that was a bullshit ass job, man. So
there was a period where you were unemployed.
Yeah, I was
He was in
Hawaii.
Fire.
Living it up.
I'm on the plane, right? I'm going home, and Joe posts that he's looking for interns.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, shit, I ain't got no job. I'm working at Foot Locker still. I got my degree. But I'm like, I think this is the moment where I actually like take a chance on myself and do like what I want to do. And it was an internship, but I'm like, look, I'll still work like as many hours as I can at Foot Locker and work with Joe. And we'll see what comes out of this.
I remember you worked for you did the fucking drop the same day. I think you worked at Foot Locker and worked with Joe.
Okay, I'll get to that because that was crazy. And that was like that was actually like a highlight of one of my life. I had an interview with Joe, and Joe actually lives in my neighborhood, or he grew up in my neighborhood, which was crazy. And so did Terrell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they went to Lane, and they went to a grammar school that's like 5 blocks away instead of 2 blocks away. So I was just like, that's crazy. So he was like, you live right by my mom. I'm like, damn, that's nuts. So yeah, I interviewed with Joe, and he's like, yeah, this is an internship. I don't really know what's after this, but I got like a bunch of events set up, so like I just need help or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, I'm down. I'll make my money at Foot Locker. I told him, I'm like, I'm still working at Foot Locker though, to like help, keep money in my pocket. But it was tough, man. Like I went from working full time, making full time pay, to now just making minimum, like not minimum wage, but a little bit more than minimum wage, and like, but still working 40 hours, a week. Like
with the internship.
Yeah, with the internship. So that was like tough. It was just, I didn't feel like it was a backstep, but definitely like my mom was like, "What are you doing?" Like, and I'm like, "Look, I gotta."
When you hear that, huh?
I'm like, "Ma, I gotta go though." I'm like, I'm gonna do this till February, and then I'm gonna use this experience to like get a marketing job now. And yeah, so the first project that we worked on was for Complex Con with Joe in Chicago. And we did that. Like I managed the DBM booth, just doing everything from inventory to loading in to setting up, anything like a pop-up team like has. We were like the pop-up team. So I did that, and then he like let a lot of people go because he was like, well, I just need a few people. And then we did Complex Con LA, and we did a New York pop-up. And then I think that like finished the year, and then he still kept me around a little bit, and he's like, yo, I got these New Balances. Well, during the time of Complex Con LA, he's like, yo, I'm doing a New Balance, and we're gonna do this shit All-Star Weekend. And I'm like, all right, I'm sticking around for that. And that's when I told him, I'm like, all right, I got a plan. I'll leave after All-Star Weekend. I was like, but this is gonna be fun.
And I always wondered that too. I never asked you, like, did you like leave, or like was it just a thing of like you like, all right, like
with Joe?
Yeah.
Joe? I get to that.
For sure.
So greatest week of my life. One of the greatest weeks of my life.
I was fucking at Nike, fucking tired as fuck.
Dude.
We were in the city at the same
All-Star
time. I was
weekend?
like,
Oh, you
yeah.
worked at Nike?
I was at Nike. I was at Nike Town.
Oh man,
I was at fucking Nike
So
Town.
yeah, you know what it was. I worked at the downtown Jordan store, and we had all these off-whites coming out. We had these packs coming out. It was nuts. It was insane that week. It was just like drops every day
from different people. Like you said, different people. Like I think even Lyrical Lemonade, they had their own Jordan. Everybody had everything for them.
So
everybody had everything.
So I would work there and then go help out Joe. Like I'd work and I'd like leave at like 7. I'd go help out Joe. And I remember I came, and I will always thank Joe for this. I don't know if I've ever told him this, but he really like made me live my childhood dream of like getting shoes early and like being part of like just someone that's like has a shoe. Like, you know, like I've read blogs and everything. I'm like, damn, like I'm actually on a team. I'm working with someone this close, and we have a shoe coming out. And I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Like younger me is like, you know, thrive, like so happy, you know? And like I remember we were doing the seating list, and it was like, oh, damn, who was it? It was like Jeff Staple, Chris Loffer. I'm like,
Crazy.
that's insane, man. So I'm like, Joe, I need to wear these early. So we had the off-white release, and I wore the Joe Freshgoods early, and I remember like I knew what I was doing too.
You were definitely going. I remember it. You're going crazy. You're going crazy.
I knew what I was doing too. Everybody was like, "Yo, those are coming out in 2 days. Like, how'd you get them?" Blah blah blah. Like everybody, I'm like, "Man, chill. Y'all see me inside, you know." And because like the sneaker community is crazy. When I was like working the Jordan line, they were like, "Yo, didn't I just see you the other day at Joe's drop?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like
I'm everywhere.
Yeah, I do both." But that weekend,
what a flex! What a flex! Oh my god, subtle flex.
Yeah, I met a lot of people there. I ended up reselling a shit ton of shoes that week, and I made a lot of money because I was just like, there was so many people working, and I'm like, you know, a lot of people like would work and they wouldn't really be knowing what's going on. They're just working. I'm like, yo, let me get your pair, because I feel like I would give people like the chance to buy the shoes too, you know. And we had so many.
Some people didn't even want
Some people like didn't want them, or that I'm like, yo, I'll break you off some money, you know. Give me some shoes. So that was a really fun time, because like I was doing both, and I was like, damn, I'm part of like the 2 biggest things in the city right now, like the Jordan store and Joe Freshgoods. We're both getting media coverage. There's like celebrities out everywhere and coming to both things, so it was super fun. But I know I wanted more, because I'm like, man, I'm just still working retail for this, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, you know, next. But then, sad story, the pandemic happened after that, and that's kind of what that like kind of like deterred Joe, that deterred us, because he was like, man, like we're the pop-up team, like I can't do no fucking pop-ups no more. The next thing that we were gonna do was he started dropping all those hats with patches. Yeah. And we were supposed to go on like a I don't know if I should say this, but we were supposed to go on like a tour to like a Midwest tour of all the hats that came out and shit like that. But yeah, that kind of got trashed. So I was like, damn, I need to find a. But I didn't need to find a job right away, because the pandemic hit and the unemployment started kicking in.
I was literally on unemployment right before that shit. So like right before the pandemic, like literally like a month after, that's when my shit like ran out. And I always kept trying to like renew that shit, but I could not get anybody on the fucking phone, bro.
Yo, that was like a finesse trying to get.
Dude, like I could not get on the fucking phone, bro.
Yeah.
I like was calling all these different numbers that I found.
Yeah, like but a month before that, I was like, I got my last unemployment check. That's when I was in logistics during that time. So I'm like, I got whatever. And I was collecting that shit up until the pandemic. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I was fucked. I was still getting paid from Nike. But like,
because unemployment. Like, oh, it's a pandemic. Yeah. Pay y'all.
I was getting paid unemployment and Nike before they even fucking knew it. Like, I was getting paid like at least like 6 months into me working there. I'm getting both fucking checks. I'm in that bitch spending. Like, they're like, damn, what do you do? They think I'm fucking a drug dealer or some shit. I'm like, hell no. I'm just collecting checks.
To fast forward now, you got a nice little corporate gig.
So yeah, fast forward now. With the help of Joe and like me just pitching like what I did and everything, I got like a little marketing role. I finally got a marketing role.
Fire.
And then I left that almost a year ago, and I got like a really good job now in an ad agency. Like it's an in-house ad agency, but it's with a medical company. And yeah, I work there now, and it's great money. You know, I wasn't able to like get into the ad agency after college, but like now I'm understanding everything, and it's an old company, so everybody's like old, but everybody's creative. Like, you know, I got 2 creative directors that are like 55, 60 years old, but like they've been doing this shit for a minute. And it's like, I always talk to them because like back then my creative director's like, dude, we used to like have to like typeset things and like cut things out and put them on a poster, and then we'll have to go back to the printer to get the colors right.
Yeah,
and he was like,
awesome.
it was like, you know, like he's like, now we just fucking upload a file and we can stretch letters and shit like that. He's like, it's so insane. He's like, but back then it was like, that was a prime time of like advertising and everything. So it's cool because I'm not working with anybody my age, but I'm learning like so much game from like all these older dudes, and these like graphic designers and stuff like that who weren't graphic design. I mean, they were graphic designers, but they were like drawers, you know, before, and now they're like,
it's a whole new game.
It's a whole new game.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and I've helped Joe. I helped Joe like with the outside clothes release. So if you ever, yeah, my phone's always open if he needs help.
I remember during that time, I was like, I think I was like so nervous to. I hate being like a pest, bro. So I hate like feel like I would have to make somebody go out their way. But I was just, I feel like shoes? Yeah, I mean, just for anything, you know what I'm saying? But also at that time,
you call yourself a bug all the time.
I do. I am a bug. But also, but I feel like, I mean, even with that, it's just,
No, I get it though. You don't want to ask.
Yeah, but I remember, you know what? I remember you asking me for something, like you asking for something. And I'm like, bro, like, don't ever be afraid. I mean, it's just like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's also just like making sure, like, I mean, you're good. Like, this is my homie before anything. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's not anything. So I'm acting weird, but I got what you were saying after you said it, because I was kind of the same way, and I'm like, I thought it was a fucking flex. I saw the shoes 2 days before too, and I'm like, damn, I did not even think about getting them bitches. I was working. I'm like, fuck it.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. When you're in it, you're just like, or you're in it and you're working so much that you're like, man, fuck these shoes. I'm just trying to fucking get this shit over with.
So that was one of those things. I'm like, damn, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like now, just like me being me, like I would just like hit you and just be like, yo, like if you can, you can. If you can help me, you can help me. If not, it's whatever. You know what I mean? But it's not being afraid to ask.
You're kind of in that position now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm thankful for it. But I'm also thankful. Like I saw you do it first, and I saw like you, Jose, like Tony worked for them too. Yeah, like Tony worked for them too. Like seeing them, like even like seeing y'all, and like we're seeing where like Jose is now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like, I remember being so nervous to talk to Jose, and I'm like, remember we followed each other like and everything. Mm-hmm. We go get Jose on here for sure.
Yeah. Sure.
But I remember even being nervous to talk to him. You know, I've literally seen, and I didn't talk to him, but I feel like I've seen him working with y'all to like getting to where he is now with Joe, and I'm just like, I told him like, bro, like you're just a hard worker. You know what I'm saying?
He works, man. Dude's a hard ass worker.
Yeah, but that shit inspired me, bro. Like all of y'all, I mean, everything y'all did before me, I feel like it was just like the class, like I mean, it was just the class before me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm like it was like the next freshman class or some shit. It's just like, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, yeah. But y'all got your own thing, you know?
Yeah, facts. But I mean, but it's essentially still the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But
crazy.
But yeah, even like you doing that first, and I think I saw you before I left Nike. I saw you at Nike, and we talked. But yeah, I remember even hitting you, telling you like, yeah, the same shit, bro.
Oakbrook, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like right before like I got out of there. So
do you feel like content at this job, or do you feel like it could lead to another position that you might?
Yeah, I don't know, cause so one of my project manager, he's been in the game for a while too, and he would tell me, he's like, man, this ain't how like a real ad agency works. He's like, this is some bullshit, you know. Like, tell me that.
There's levels to everything. Like,
yeah, well, bullshit like. We're working a little too hard, you know, and I be telling him like, man, like I may want to like go into like a real ad agency, or like an ad agency that works for Nike or something like that. So I don't know. I mean, but I also feel like it's all the same shit. You know, you're constantly working with clients, trying to push out a project. And there's sometimes where like I'm not even paying attention of being creative because I'm like trying to like manage the project. So I'm an account manager / project manager now.
Yeah.
But like I'm I work on anything creative. So like video shoots, photo shoots, graphics, websites, like that's like my work base, and I just have to facilitate like what designer is doing them and like get all the information from the client and then pass that to there. But like I didn't know any of this stuff, like because I went to school for fucking finance. So like all this stuff is like still new to me. I feel like I'm learning new shit all the time. So I never feel like I'm at a disadvantage. You know, I feel like some people are like, damn, like I'm 30, you know, or 29, 28, trying to like.
Yeah, don't push yourself up too far. Don't push yourself up too far.
You're 39?
32. No, I'm
not.
Oh.
You're not even 30 yet, are you?
No, I'm not.
No, don't push yourself up. Don't push yourself
No,
up.
it was just like, damn, like I'm older and like people been doing this straight out of college, you know. But I'm like, shit, I'm just learning, and I'm like, I don't think that's a disadvantage. Like, I know a lot of shit. So
I mean, you can know a lot of things for a long time and still not do shit with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be like, yo, I've learned this. This is a skill, but it's like you don't do nothing with it. So would that be the same thing? I mean, get into like things you're doing now, like even because I don't know how involved you are with Rollo and Rosa. Obviously, like I know this is your girl, and she's like, I mean, they the presidents. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, as far as marketing, are you still like, are you jumping into that with them, or are you okay?
Yeah, so a lot of the content they focus on, but anything like project related or like event related and things like that, like I'm definitely like stepping in and like helping, or like financially, like, you know, like, oh, like cost effective, like what should we do, like things like that. So like I'm involved, heavily, pretty heavily, and yeah, I just apply like basically what I learned with Joe, and like how things are ran, and like how to be effective, what things I didn't like doing with Joe, you know, and like just shit like that. I apply it to what I do now.
Oh, for sure. I was going to ask too, like, because I know, I mean, like I said, I don't know how involved you are, but I know, like, even hearing like V say like this is what she wanted to try, this is what she wanted to do. I mean, even coming from a partner, I feel like, I mean, that's your biggest support system besides like your family and shit, right? So I guess like, what was more of your thought when you heard her say this is what she wanted to like venture into? You know
like, let's do it. And I thought it was genius because it's not. She doesn't have to like, it's a product, right? So it's like you don't have to like come up with different ideas, different designs all the time. It's literally like the product, and then it's just like, all right, how do we make this bigger? And like, yeah, you work on the design a little bit, you make it like fresher, like every now and then and stuff like that. But you don't need to like be so like trying to make it like the next best thing, you know, or like push, like you said, like your next best song, you know. It's like,
it's not like a brand where you have to constantly drop like new designs. You have a great product and you're just marketing it in like different ways.
So I thought I'm like, yo, this is perfect. This is like, it's perfect. It doesn't go bad. It's not like food, all. You know. It's you can have different revenue streams too. You don't just need to sell the product. Like we've made shirts, you know, and shit like that.
I like to compare shit like that to like, this is like sit down, eat at the table food compared to like microwavable fast food. It's like, oh, we getting like more feeling out of this. This ain't just like you feel me, 20 minutes and it gets cold. This is like, this shit is sizzling on the plate right now. You know what I'm saying?
I've been watching so many Shark Tank clips. I feel like that's like a great Shark Tank
is awesome.
like, product.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then like just the cannabis community is super welcoming. It's not like a boys club where like a lot of streetwear is, or like a clout club, you know, shit like that. Like it's actually like very welcoming. People want to know what you're doing, like,
especially with women too. Like especially with women, it's like very, very progressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, shout out to Rollo and Rosa, but it's like they came to mind, and it's like, I'm not saying I've even did anything, but it's like, yo, like gave them, it's like the opportunity was there for, because the dispensary I'm at is a woman's own. So like, I thought that would just be a cool idea for them to even like, so I'm just happy that shit even happened. But even them coming in and explaining it to us like, yo, there's not a lot of women who even do fucking papers. It's fucking crazy. Like thinking like Blazy Susan, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
But that's not even a woman, yo.
Not at all. So it's a man.
That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
But it makes me like respect them even more because it's like, yo, I know people. And every time I sell we're actually out of Rolling Roses. So next time, ladies, you know, Maribis, don't forget about us. We need some more. I remember like even every time I sell them to someone, I'm like, yo, these my homegirls. Like
That's
they
so
did they
tight.
shit. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, it's like even a better selling point where I can actually be like, yo, like take these. And then like women eat them shits up, bro.
I mean, that's the best. Those are the best brands. Like, look at Joe. It's grassroots. You know, it's yeah. It started from the bottom. It's homegrown. You know, you build a community from the ground up. Those are like the best things. Like even Pabs, man. Like you have your community and everything, and your supporters, and it's like they've been with you for a long time.
Yeah, it's like it's a family.
Yeah,
So you got people to say hi to when you're out in public and stuff, and they show you love. You share the support. I'm glad you're here, man. This is like
long time. Glad to be here. Yeah, for sure.
Can you pass me the Sprite? Sorry,
the squirt.
Or the squirt.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take this shot for progression.
Is tequila your drink of choice?
It's yours. I got it for you.
No, I know. I'm asking you guys.
I actually do like it. I like every time I go to the bar, I always get tequila and pineapple.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
This is hitting right now. I remember this is the first tequila I actually threw up off of when I turned 21. You were there, Pablo. You were there, actually. Yes, you were there at my house.
I was gonna get the Casamigos, but there's no Fricos.
That's when you and Junior took me out, and we like made it downtown.
You barely got into my car.
I fucking threw up, bro. Like I'm like literally like, stop the car.
I think I still have the picture in my phone.
I was fucked up.
You were on your bathroom floor, and your mom was laughing.
I know. You were asking. Every time she brings that up, she's like, he was asking like, well, why are y'all doing this then? I was fucked up, bro.
That's something you say too, man.
It's like
my real man's though. He's like, yo, why y'all doing this to Shorty? Like, this y'all family. Like,
sure.
All right. Do you guys know what time it is?
8:30.
Oh no, man. I mean, it is 8:30, but it's snack time too, baby.
Oh man,
it's snack time.
Drop a bomb.
Where's the beat? No beat?
Okay. It's too motivational. I should have got.
What is this?
That sounds like a Meek Mill track.
I used to snack like this.
Hell no.
All right. Today we got some Fritos from the local gas station. I got this tequila. These are like Mexican Fritos. These aren't regular ones. I did think you were Hispanic. I thought we were gonna relate.
That's crazy because he doesn't look Hispanic.
Don't
like,
y'all
always look like Joey? Am I not?
No.
Don't y'all always get Asian candy?
Yeah, Jason's not here.
Oh,
usually
does he live by like an Asian market or something?
Yeah, he works at Mitsuya.
Oh, he does. Oh shit,
yeah. Mitsuya's the place.
My first job, my first corporate job was right by Mitsuya, so I would go there all the time.
True.
I don't have plates. But
that's crazy because he does not look Hispanic at all.
I thought he was.
I get that.
Was he? Really?
It's the mustache.
I mean, I guess I know you.
The facial hair.
I'm like, yo. When I first saw him, I'm like, no, this is not. This is he is who he is.
I know a lot of Chris.
But I also feel like during the time to our nieces, dude, like not nieces, but like our like my nephew and your sister were growing up at the same fucking time.
Yeah,
so it's like
your nephew now?
he's 10, bro.
Yeah,
he just turned 10.
9.
Yeah, so it's like
9
it's
or
fucking
10.
crazy. They were literally like at the same time, but he's fucking grown as shit, bro. Like he's chilling, everything. It was just his birthday in early August, like August. Oh my god, I've been drinking a little bit. My bad. I love you, KK.
He just started school too.
But no, I mean he's been in school.
Yeah,
but he did just start school. Yeah, like fucking nuts, bro. They're grown as hell.
He said he been in school, but he did just start school.
he been in school, but he just started a new grade.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
I think
did we eat him already?
That's what I meant.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, we rate them from 1 to 10. So what do you guys give these? These are fire.
He smashed them. That's
pretty good. They're like you know the pork rind ones. So man, I'm.
What's the flavor on them?
You know what I'm talking about?
Chicharrones.
Yeah, but the
sourdough. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They taste like that, but these are actually better.
Some Mexican stuff. These are better because they have lime. Oh, I guess those have lime too.
Yeah, but I don't know. They're not as big, you know. So you know, like little snackable ones. They're good.
All right.
You know, it's coming from a different place when the back is
it's a little different,
like silver.
Like their graphic designer is kind of like not as official.
Okay, all right. All right. You know what? When I started drinking, and I know I'm drinking, I can barely, like, I taste like the outer shell or some shit, but I don't really taste it. I'll be like, I'm like, what flavor is this?
Chili lime.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I speak a little Spanish though, just a little bit.
Give us an example right now.
Nah,
man.
Or is just for
Yeah, I mean, I went to. I was in.
You were in Spain?
No, I didn't go to Spain. No. I would. I was in Spanish class for like all of high school and grammar school.
So do you know Taiwanese?
Yeah, no, we speak Chinese Mandarin.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Damn, that's crazy.
No, my grandma
like
does
ignorant,
not. My grandma has never taught us anything. I know a little bit, but no, I actually don't know shit. I know like one word. Yeah,
how's your Tagalog?
My Tagalog?
Is it gonna be there?
Nah, I haven't taken my lessons in a while.
Are you Filipino?
You better lose it.
Word.
You use it before you lose it.
Yeah, I've been singing in Tagalog though.
Singing?
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Learning
always
some
easier
new
to sing in
songs.
a different language, like Rihanna with English.
I mean, but she sings.
Speaks English,
But she
though.
sings. But she
Crazy.
speaks English. Like
But it's like
Bayesian.
broken English.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah, but it's Bayesian. Like but Mike's Bayesian. But Mike's American Bayesian. You know what I'm saying? So he's not like. But if you
Who's
talk,
Mike?
Mike, my best friend, Mike. Besides you, of course.
Bayesian?
Mike is Bayesian. Mike is from his family's from Barbados, bro.
Isn't that black and Asian?
No,
Oh,
it's
that's
Caribbean.
Oh, Blasian?
Like his family. If you ever,
Blaz-
yeah, it
Blazing
is.
black and Asian?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
If you ever seen like Mike's family, like his dad, like has
I've
a
never heard of
thick
Asian though.
Yeah, I mean Barbados.
Oh.
I mean he's literally the only person. Like he's the only person who
Interesting.
that I know of. But if you talk to his family, everybody has a thick accent. His grandma,
Oh,
who
yeah.
I love very much. His dad, his mom.
But they could sing in English.
They could sing like
I mean, yeah, but we
sounds
know,
like
but they're
real.
he's a they run a church, so he's a preacher's kid. He's a PK.
Mm.
So like they speak English, but it's just like they just got thick ass accents. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, but when people sing, it's like I feel like because they listen to so much English music,
yeah,
they don't have an accent when they sing.
It's like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why. Because I feel like I could rap in Spanish, but I'm
Word.
I'm the same, yeah. But when I'm singing in Tagalog, I'm using like a Tagalog accent.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll wait for Rex to post this video. What are you guys doing this weekend? Memorial Day weekend? Oh no, Labor Day weekend.
we have a busy weekend. We'll be at the store all weekend. It's our 1 year anniversary. Every now and then, best store in Chicago.
Mario's
Selling our
Italian
own
Ice.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Mario's Italian Ice is gonna be there.
Do you like Mario's Italian Ice?
I love Mario's Italian Ice.
It's the best Italian Ice.
I mean, I think all Italian ice is the same.
That's
Like, I'm
true.
not saying like
That's
it's
not
not
true.
No, it's not true, but it's like I would say Mario's is definitely the best, but it's like
You got paid to say that. Pass. You know the best Italian ice is
Nico's.
Johnny's.
Oh,
Is Nico? Where's Nico's?
Ah,
Nico's. They got
Nico's.
2 in the city. It's
I like Johnny's put the real.
Jason
do they
put
put
me
the
on
real
some
lemon
Nico's.
pieces in there?
Uh-huh.
Like Mario, they put the real lemon.
Yeah.
pieces?
Johnny's is fire.
Okay.
Johnny's is good Italian ice. That's what
Yeah.
I grew up on, so that's kind of what I'm probably a little bit biased.
I like Lucky Dog. Have you ever been to Lucky Dog? They have one in Melrose Park. There's one in Berwyn. There's actually 3 locations. Shout out Lucky Dog.
Oh yeah, I've been to the one in Berwyn. It's on Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew they had Italian ice.
think I
But I
know.
do like a good Italian ice spot in Berwyn. It's on Oak Park and like 16th or Roosevelt. Or
Do you know the name?
Nah, it's a little like joint.
Shout out Berwyn though. They got Tasty Freeze. Right?
Mhm. Yeah, they do.
My girl always wants to go.
Damn.
Yeah, Tasty Freeze is fire. I mean, it's not the feeling is fire.
Yeah.
It's definitely good too, but the feeling is like like for sure.
Like the environment.
No, just like like just getting the ice cream. It's just like one of them things. It's like
Mm.
only you can do this during this time. It's like
Yeah.
one of them, like very like nostalgic. I didn't want to say the fucking wrong word.
No, it's
Yeah.
Good choice.
I love ice cream. Ice cream is actually one of my favorite things to eat.
What's your favorite flavor?
Man, chocolate marshmallow.
That's crazy. I mean, that's not crazy, but that's different. That's
Sounds
like
good.
different as far as I've never heard anybody say that was their like favorite flavor.
And I was on a Blue Moon high, but
Blue Moon ice cream,
yeah.
like from the beer.
Nah, so it's a Midwestern flavor, and it's like it's mostly vanilla, but I think it's got a little hint of marshmallow in it.
You like marshmallow?
I do.
You're a marshmallow guy.
I like melted marshmallow.
Yeah, me too.
That
I mean,
shit
nobody
good.
likes. I feel like nobody. Besides kids like regular marshmallows. They cool.
If you go to Margie's, have y'all ever been to Margie's?
Love Margie's.
Get the melted marshmallow.
That's my
ice cream.
I'm doing that this weekend. I gotta try it.
Yeah, hot fudge and melted marshmallow. Put it on the little side. Yeah, man. That's probably my favorite too. But I'll eat I like all the kid flavors like Superman.
Yeah.
Cotton candy.
I'll be seeing shit like that. I feel like that's too much for me. Like
I don't know,
cotton candy flavor anything. I'm like, hell no. Like
Lucas be like, I want the Cookie Monster.
I'll be, do you really?
I still eat that shit, man.
I saw a kid in the baseball game eating fucking ice cream with the ice cream spilling. He's eating on the seat and the ice cream spilling all over the place. I'm like, fuck, that shit looks gross. That shit looks disgusting, bro.
When they holding the cold.
Yeah, you're like, fuck. Like, this shit looks terrible.
You can't touch nothing.
I gotta clean that shit up. Oh my god.
I love ice cream, man. But chocolate marshmallow is that's my
I
favorite.
like fruity. Like I like the strawberries and
strawberries are good.
You know what I'm saying? I like the fruit flavors.
I might get canceled for this, but Overwise has some great ice cream.
Why would you cancel that?
They're fucking Republican as fuck.
Are they really?
Oh, super.
But goddamn, that custard. I mean, I don't even know those custards. Andes. I like Andes.
Andes is
is
fire.
fire.
I probably put Andes over Overwise.
Yeah, I would. Man,
That's okay. I haven't had Overwise damn near ever. I remember my godmom. She was dropping me back off at home. We went to Overwise, but she did not give me anything. I don't know why. Like she literally got herself a shake, but she didn't give me anything, and she didn't ask me. And I love my godmom.
They got the
love
best
her.
strawberry.
Sharice, I love you. I love you, and I don't even mean to call you by your first name, but I'm telling you, I remember that because it hurt me. Because I'm like, yo, why wouldn't you even ask the kid if
How
you
old
wanted?
were you?
Bro, I was a kid. She was driving me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm like, she was driving me back to the crib. But it's still like, yo, like.
Brought you to the ice cream.
Yeah, you brought me to Overwise. I've never been to Overwise. I'm like, damn, we go to the drive-thru. She got herself like a shake and ain't give me nothing. They even asked me.
Funny. That's probably some shit I do.
But it's like,
I'm so happy to get one. I forget I got
yeah,
a
like
kid in
fuck,
the car.
dude. Like I'm here too. I heard the slur. You know what I'm saying? I heard the whole thing being drank.
The
Shit.
slur.
The slurps. It was like the whole thing sounded delicious.
It's
I was
okay.
like, I did not get to partake.
We'll take a field trip to Overwise.
Yeah.
We should. So
I'll go with like cookies and cream. I feel like you can never go wrong with like
Cookies
Oreo
and-
or like
yeah.
cookies and cream. What about you, Rex? Favorite ice cream flavor?
Favorite ice cream flavor. I'm a Jenny's guy. I like Jenny's a lot.
Which one? I mean,
Jenny's
they have
is
so
good.
many. Come on, Brambleberry
Brambleberry
Crunch.
Crunch.
Oh,
yeah.
Look, I didn't even know you was
That
gonna
shit's
say
so
that.
good.
They probably got so much Brambleberry Crunch like posted.
That Brambleberry is fire, bro.
That shit is good, man.
yeah.
I don't even know. I didn't know what Brambleberry was before I had
Me
it.
either.
I still haven't.
I
had
still don't know
I've
what
only had it in
Brambleberry
ice
is.
cream.
It's good,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, they got a lot of cool, good flavors.
Yeah.
Lavender. I've had the. You ever
shit,
had the wild
yeah.
lavender joint? That shit's good. The milky is chocolate. That shit's good. I be living at ice cream shops, man. But Brambleberry Crunch probably their best one.
I shop at Foxtrot. They always have all the latest shit.
Yo, they got a crazy cookies and cream cookie ice cream, and it's a blue cookie.
At Foxtrot?
Yep.
Is their own shit?
Yeah.
I'm
I
about to
think
go
so.
peep tomorrow.
It's a
Blue cookie.
It's an ice cream sandwich.
Mm.
It's a blue cookie. Also got the best ice cream sandwich is Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's got the best everything.
That's true too.
I haven't had anything bad from Trader Joe's.
Yo, their peanut butter cups, like their Reese's, are a million times better than Reese's.
Is Trader Joe's like a Chicago thing or is it
Nah.
like worldwide?
You know what? They're not in Canada.
Hmm.
They're not in Canada. You know, I did my research. You know, I want to have like dual citizenship one day.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, really? Canada don't
Why
got
Canada?
Bro, it was one of the places that I went to when I first went. And we went, I think you went that next year after me, actually. 'Cause
Yeah.
you messaged me, bro. I remember,
Yes.
I be remembering so much shit. That shit is crazy. But you messaged me, and I'm like, yo, you got, you know what I'm saying? Just, I don't even know if I told you where to go, like places to go. I think you already had plans and shit, but I just one of them places that I went. My mom used to go a lot. Like my mom travels a lot for work when I was
That's
younger,
tight.
but even now she just came from like the Philippines.
What?
She just came from my mom's bro. She's like a trainer, so it's like she trains like the people how to do the fucking job. Like she
Word.
trains new people how to do the job pretty
Yeah.
much. But she travels, so she's been going between Canada and like this is her first time really going to like the Philippines for sure.
Does she got
But,
dual citizenship?
No. But she's the first person I knew. Like she's literally told me all about Canada. She would go there like my senior year of high school. She was there like half the year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like so for me, like that was one of those places. Like when I finally got there by myself, I'm like, fuck, like this is not. It was just like connected.
cool.
It's one of the
It's
things
nice
that connected
there.
with me. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
Toronto was fire. But I've been over to Brampton, Mississauga. Like Toronto's probably the closest one that reminds me of home.
Yeah.
But,
it's cleaner. Even their train system.
Bro, it's literally like clean roads, no fucking roadkill, no none of that shit.
Everybody's. I don't know if you feel like this. Everybody's really slow in Canada.
Like mentally.
I don't know. Just like, yo, I went to McDonald's. Have you ever had their
the
McChicken?
worst fucking McDonald's ever?
Have you ever had their McChicken?
No.
Oh man, their McChicken is good.
Really?
It's not a normal
their
McChicken.
beef, their burgers are fucking asshole. Like they use different beefs for sure. Like they got different.
Yeah, they
meat.
don't got the genetically
So like that
shit.
that was the worst McDonald's breakfast I've ever had. I remember throwing that shit out.
Yeah,
and I never threw away McDonald's breakfast before.
What's popular there? Like the little breakfast spot?
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
That shit's trash.
It's just fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
But
shout out to Tim Hortons because when I'm in Canada, where else am I gonna get my donuts
That
from?
shit sucks.
They got them everywhere. They got them on the block. They got them at the gas station. They got them literally. It's more Tim Hortons than are McDonald's in the States. Damn near.
Yeah.
Like it's just the same amount.
Is that a fact?
I would say so. There's Tim Hortons fucking everywhere, bro.
And it's bad.
Like they'll be down the street from each other. Like one will be at a gas station, but then you have your own separate location down the street.
Yeah.
Like dead ass.
Crazy.
Well, just to say that they're slow, I was like, yo, what time do you guys stop serving breakfast? Yo, Shorty looked at me, looked at the clock, and was like, soon.
Fuck.
I'm like, what does that mean?
That's how you know you're not home. Like
she was just fried because it's legal over there, and she was high.
When you were going over there, was it like tool shop? They'll say like tool shop, but you go in this fucking dispensary.
Nah, I went there and like I don't think weed was even legal yet.
It wasn't when I went there either. But like you go so many places and it'd be like a tool. Let's say like tool shop.
That's funny.
You go in that bitch and it's like but they're all over the place. You're like everybody knows about this.
Yo,
like,
it's like a speakeasy for weed.
It's literally like
tight.
Exactly.
Drake was played everywhere though. Like he
runs it.
He runs that fucking city. And every club, like literally every other song was a Drake song. I'm like, this is insane.
Damn. Speaking of clubs, play this video.
Do I gotta go back to YouTube?
Nah, just press the space bar.
Oh, I just saw this shit.
So
this is insane, bro.
This is a video of people just pouring out drinks at the club.
What?
And he got all of them in
this is like a new way of flexing, I guess. It says New York versus Baltimore, bottle wars in Houston.
I wonder who won.
How do you win, bro? You just whoever spends the most amount of money. He's just going for the
What the fuck?
Bro got like 6 bottles. He's holding on to them.
He said, "Come on, give me another one."
That's the dumbest thing ever. Bottle service is the dumbest thing you can ever do.
And you're not even drinking it. It gets even dumber.
But on the
Those are
floor.
like
But imagine whoever has to clean up that fucking floor. I will be sick.
You could pause it.
That's so wild.
I think they lay its heart down or something.
It's on the couch though. That's a white couch.
Is it?
It's probably leather.
I can only imagine how sticky that fucking floor. Even if you put tarp down, that shit is seeping through for sure. Like, that shit is it's seeping through.
That's a waste of money.
That shit is ridiculous.
But the club is fucking dumb.
You just impressing other dudes. No girls is like, damn, he's pouring out all that liquor.
Yeah.
That shit is not a flex. It's like we finna drink this shit. What the fuck?
Yeah. That shit, and the bottles are like crazy expensive there. Buying bottles at the club is the craziest thing ever.
Yeah,
and then half of the time, the people that are buying the bottles have a plug, like they work for the club or something, so they're getting the bottles for cheap. It's all a facade to get other people.
Well, we're not doing that.
That's
I don't know.
crazy.
I couldn't even imagine doing no shit like that.
Well, we were just talking about, I was just in Vegas with my brother-in-law who is 21. And he was there with his girlfriend and her family, but they're like just super rich. So it was the first time and probably the last time, I'll get to experience a table in Vegas.
It's fun. It's fun if you like, if it's not your money.
There, He said, give me another one. Give me another one, actually.
It was funny because like, it was just her family was just there. So it was like the most tame bottle, like table experience I've had. I was there like mixing my own drinks and shit. Like, y'all not gonna drink this? Because it was just like her parents and then her friends who are all just like 21. So they don't know. But you know, I'm 30, so I was there taking advantage. But,
hell yeah.
He said, "This shit
I
ain't
should
cheap."
have been pouring
He
it
said,
out
"This
like
shit
those
ain't cheap
guys."
back home."
Do y'all know what we have right here?
Yeah, this shit is not cheap back at the crib. It's like, I'm about to drink some of this now.
Literally.
It's crazy how, speaking of modeling, you were doing the avocado.
Yeah.
I kept seeing like all these pictures and shit. You do more than just work. I was like, he's a model too.
Word.
Yeah, but just in the same like
Filipino
capacity.
brand.
Just
I think they just opened up a storefront, or they're about to, right?
Yeah, they're about to for this Filipino brand. Shout out Avocado. I've been rocking with them for a while, but yeah, they just hit me up anytime they drop some new shit, and they're like, yeah, you want to model for us? And
that's
like,
tight.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get to play dress up.
Yeah.
Feel good.
We love opportunities, though. We love our opportunities.
Yes, sir.
So is Nick Fisher Nick F Stop?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He asked a few questions.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I remember Matt won a photo shoot from him. I don't know if Matt ever
Matt
did.
won a
Yeah,
photo shoot?
he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did Matt
Yo,
do
that
it?
was funny. I
He's
don't
gotta
think he
pay
ever
up.
shot it though.
Oh, that was
Because Nick only shoots like boudoir.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this would be interesting, but I'm like, this should
I was
push
excited
Nick.
to see
Wait.
that.
What does boudoir mean?
It's
Why?
like he takes like photos of
Sexy
Like burlesque?
photos.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sexy photos.
man, I could do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Nah.
No, but I'm
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
yo, Matt could do anything he wants to do. for
Hey yo,
sure.
he's
I can
the
see him.
freshest dude I know.
Yeah,
I've seen
man, that's
like
crazy.
his style is crazy.
That's facts.
It's crazy.
He only gets better.
He's next
He
level.
only gets better with age. He only gets better.
He should be, that TikTok dude that would like change outfits every scene. I feel like if someone would able to do that with Matt would be that dude.
I
Probably
feel like he's
bigger.
taking a step
Probably
back, 'cause
bigger.
Matt used to do like a lot. He started that grid off. I feel like even the grid shit, like during the time, like dude, that's when Uzi started doing the grid shit. So I feel like like Matt like started like he was doing a grid of every piece of his outfit and just like crazy. We got to get him back up here. We got to get him back up here.
Season 4. But Nick F Stop ask him about his freaky toe. That was one of them.
Damn, man.
You have an extra one?
Nah. I get real bad ingrown toenails. So
I'm with you, bro. I
You
got
for
like
real?
some feet problem. I don't have ingrown, but I have like a little bit of fungus.
Oh shit. All right.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even know how you get that though.
Wait, so don't flip this on. This is on the crib.
Yeah, so I got surgery on both my toes, on my big toes, because
Interesting.
I was like getting really bad ingrown toenails, and like I had surgery twice on
That's
them,
crazy.
and it grew back the first time. So the second time, I'm like, man, just cut this shit off. So I got one toe with no toenail.
But how does it grow? Like
It don't
It
grow
doesn't
no
grow.
more.
But I'm saying like how did it grow?
Oh, it was like growing like to the side, like extra toenail was getting into the side, bro. It's a whole YouTube channel on this shit.
Did you wear socks? Like
What?
or did you like free your toes?
Was there
Or
like
you,
a reason for it? Or?
What you mean? Oh yeah, because I kept getting ingrown toenails. So she's like, my
But
doctor
what
was-
caused it?
Oh, I have no idea.
Uh,
It was just, I think, just the way my toenail grows.
Like
or,
basketball, maybe?
basketball, snowboarding,
type shit.
and I got it removed because I'm like, I'm about to start. I play basketball, but I'm like, I'm really about to start snowboarding again. I'm like, I need to take this shit off. So I got it cut off.
Do you feel like a little bit like naked
Nah,
on your feet?
nah,
Because like I feel like I could feel my toenail right now.
nah. I
Like
don't.
if I move it, I don't know.
It's just, it's gotta,
Your ass is look.
We're all just waiting.
Hell no, look, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, let me pay attention to my shit. I'm like, I don't feel it, but I feel
You
my
gotta
toe.
think about it. Like it's part of your body. Like, I don't know.
yeah, so it's just a thick layer of like skin.
Skin.
Yeah, I'm just like, but
Are you self conscious about it? Or you good?
hell no.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's whatever. Shit, I
love
don't have pain no more, man.
He
The
free.
best thing, I'm free.
Great
free.
question. We learned a little bit more about you. He also said, "Who are your style influences?" That's a little more.
Oh wow. Right now, I don't know, but I think early on it was like Joe Ruigi from Rude. I always liked his style.
Is he Filipino?
He is. Yeah. And I feel like Joe still, because Joe, like, he can just wear crazy ass pants, and I think that's like so cool.
Big too, just big
Yeah.
pants.
Joe wears
Like-
shorts in the winter.
Yeah.
It's hard. You know what? It's not even like keep it up. But it's like fuck. Like what do I? It's like I'll see something like I was just looking at this too, and I'm like, oh, you have it. I'm like, all right. Well, I mean, at least I know how it looks now. You know what I'm saying? I was just a little late to the shit, but That's just crazy.
And my homie Darius always dresses nice, and I wouldn't say I I wouldn't dress like him, but your homie Matt, like, I'm always amazed at the shit that he be putting together. I'm like, fuck, I wish I could dress like that. Or like,
inspiration to us all.
Yeah.
Yeah, just no one really can pull that off.
Yeah.
Other than
I literally feel like Matt's
It's
style
tight,
is free.
man.
Like it's like the same thing as like yo, like
I wonder how long. Do you think it's effortless that he puts those?
Yeah,
that shit's crazy.
Yeah, like
so
nah.
crazy. That
If you
should
see,
take me,
if
like,
you
a
ever
week
seen
to
his
figure
space,
out.
if you ever seen his room, or like one like the
One of his
closet.
rooms, yeah.
I'm talking about the closet room. Like if you seen that, it looks like a fucking retail store in there.
That's crazy.
Like it literally looks like this jeans are stacked so nice. Like from this to this to this, everything is just pieced out so like perfectly. But he's always dressed nice. Like even with Matt, like even when we were like, I mean, styles change, bro. So like even like when Nike was releasing all, like since then, like when Nike was releasing real basketball lines, like yo, Matt's been putting shit on for a long time. Like seeing old pictures of Matt, like Matt was just doing it, and that's why I feel like people like a lot of people know Matt for that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's always just been fresh as hell. It's just like fuck.
Yeah, I guess like to piggyback off that shit, I feel like I always like wearing like cool pants or like coats. I'm like a real big coat guy. I love coats.
What do you do in the summer?
Yeah, I don't wear a coat. But in the winter, I have a lot of coats.
Damn, what the?
Damn. I know what that shit was either. What the fuck?
What was it? What did that held up together?
We need to take those pieces off. This desk is like a Frankenstein project.
Frankenstein it
trying to
together.
figure it out. Pants are very important.
Pants are the most important part of your fit.
Facts.
Yeah.
Besides shoes.
Your
You can wear a
bottoms.
white tee with some nice ass pants and shoes, and you can be decent for the day.
Mm.
Like you don't need like nothing crazy. You don't need nothing. Just like a nice pair of pants.
Yeah.
Denim.
Kith is cool. I like Kith's whole style. Like,
Do you think you've like grown out of Kith, or like not grown out of Kith, but like just like I mean, of course, like you're younger, you like things like when you're younger, but then like you know what I'm saying, growing up, like style changes, shit changes. So I'm sure you still have a hella Kith, you know what I'm saying? But like, do you like still like regularly buy Kith?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay.
I feel like they've also grown their style too, like their pieces and stuff. But that shit's too expensive, yo. I don't spend that much money on clothes anymore, man. It's just I can't. I'll get a piece every now and then, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'm cool.
Same. We got a question from Tony Mang. He said, "Who makes the best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?" I don't know.
Out of all of us?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What do you guys?
You think so? I mean, you said that with confidence, so I'm kind of scared with how you coming right now.
I think this was almost every day.
Really?
Do you?
Like once I come home from work,
almost
peanut butter and jelly.
You drink it with milk?
The strawberry? Do you ever do the strawberry jam, or just peanut butter and jelly?
Grape?
Just grape. Grape jam.
Okay, savage.
What kind of peanut butter? Crunchy or smooth?
Smooth, natural.
I like the smooth one too.
I like the smooth one too.
The crunchy be too much. It's like, why am I didn't buy peanuts. Like it's not bad, but it's like what the fuck? Like
I wanted the butter.
Yeah.
I just hit the Uncrustables though.
The Uncrustables good, but they just so fucking sugary, bro. Them bitches are like, yo,
Super
like you might as well just make it right. Not saying they not good, but like, yo,
Yeah.
like, fuck no. My mom did not buy me the bitches or Lunchables.
But I also think this question was addressed to me because Tony used to make fire peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for us while we were working with Joe.
That's love.
Yeah. Was it a different type of jelly or was
Yo,
it like,
he would do like a
What, he
2-decker.
Ooh,
I've done that.
fuck,
before.
you got to.
Do you take the crust off? Or-
Nah, when I make
Toasted
it,
bread?
Nah.
Toasted.
See, you do
But
you
no-
toast it?
You
I've
said
never
no
toasted
toast?
my shit.
Crazy.
Damn, see, I'm plain Jane. I need the bread soft.
Yo, you know what? My sister. I wonder if your nephew does this, but like, I guess like allergies are way more common now. And my sister uses sunflower seed butter or some shit like that.
I
Because
guess if you
people-
have to, for
People,
sure.
yeah, like the school, like people, like
Damn,
kids are.
peanut
Is it the
allergies.
same?
Well, peanut allergies
Yeah.
are actually like serious.
Deadly.
Yeah.
Like those shits are like that shit can kill you. So like with that, I understand that one.
But I had one. I'm like, dude, have you ever had peanut butter and jelly before? I'm like, this shit sucks.
She probably tweet.
She's like, really? And I was like, man, I
But
gotta
did
get
she
you
have a peanut allergy?
No, but the school does.
Oh, true.
Or,
So
like,
they didn't say
or
y'all
someone
gotta
in
all
their
eat the
class.
same
Yeah.
shit. What the fuck? Hell no. You gotta make her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, bro.
I do.
Imagine she's like,
She'll be, yo, y'all missing the fuck out. What the fuck?
She about to bring it to school.
We the fucking
sell
sunflower
it.
goddamn butter? Hell no.
sell it on the
She about to
table.
bring it to school, man.
Everything has butter now, or like some type of like milk, like almond milk,
That's what
oat
makes it
milk.
good.
Like,
Yeah.
not saying oat milk wasn't a thing. Almond milk was always a thing too, but
Mm.
like sunflower butter, like what the fuck? That shit is crazy.
Kevin asked, who would play you in your biopic? Like you need like
What a great question. I don't know.
Idris Elba for you.
Idris Elba for me? Fuck, I wish. But he's already older than me, bro. Like, I'll have to pick a youngin. You know what? If I'm picking youngin, I'm gonna pick the kid from y'all know, ever saw The Shy?
Yeah.
I would pick Papa. He's a little chubbier, you know what I'm saying? It makes more sense for me as a youngin.
Keeping it real.
And he's grown up. I've seen him grown up. I remember Josh told me that he would pick Tyler James Williams. And I'm like, that motherfucker's the same age as him, bro. Like, that would make no sense for everybody hates Chris to be you because he's grown as fuck already. I would pick, I'll pick bro. But you know what? That's why I'm like, I'm not saying it's the actual, this is like a Lifetime documentary. This ain't like a
That's
biopic.
your younger self?
Yeah, like that's like a Lifetime biopic. That's not like a real authentic one. Because he's not as dark as me. So as a younger
Who the fuck is this kid?
as a younger Brighton, I'll pick Shorty for sure.
Hmm.
I think he's witty, pretty witty and funny. Who would you pick? Pablo.
I don't even know who's really acting right now. Like nobody. I could play myself. I can't.
You can't play yourself because it's the younger. I mean, even with the younger, you have to
I'll get
play
this guy. The guy from Off My Block.
You're funny as fuck, dude. What the fuck? You're funny as
That's
hell.
hilarious.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Rudy. He was little as fuck.
Rudy.
Shorty was little.
There's no one like me, bro. I don't know. We need more Hispanic actors.
There's plenty.
Yeah.
Who?
Plenty of them.
I was on TV once. Do y'all know that?
What?
I was on Power.
You were on Power. I
What?
just remember
No,
that.
Empire.
Okay. It was like a dancing scene, right?
No,
it was like a party scene.
I
or
do
something.
remember
Party
that.
scene.
Yeah.
Me and Vanessa.
That's fine.
We got paid. That was the first time I was like on set somewhere.
I'm gonna insert it right here.
That shit was funny.
What about you, Rex?
You probably wouldn't even be able to find that shit. I mean, I'm sure you could, but
Yeah, I think I do.
I don't really know. There's not a lot of Asian young Asian.
but this
actors.
doesn't have to be. You know, this is
Yeah,
acting.
yeah,
So
acting.
guess what? Robert Downey Jr. played a black man. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
like,
very true.
like
yeah.
does it have? And he, you know
Oh,
what?
man.
And he was so good at it. It was like, fuck. All right, how can I be mad at bro? You could get like a, I don't know, somebody.
Yeah.
They don't have to be Asian.
Was he really playing a black
Lanky.
man? Or like, was it like a?
He was playing a black man playing a black
Playing
man.
a black man, playing a, he was playing a white
Or
man,
playing a white man
playing a black man.
Yeah, there you go. I can't believe that movie.
But he
was
did
made.
great though.
Yeah,
He
it
did
was
great.
good.
Nobody was pissed off about that shit at all.
No one
That's
was.
true.
If that shit was released today.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I mean,
it'd be
but he
over
did
with.
great though. That's what I'm saying. If it was
Sure.
good, can you question it?
Yeah, no.
Like if it's like, all right, okay. Like if this was anybody else, but it's like it was Robert Downey, bro, didn't do some shit. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even know his full history until like
Oh, true.
recently.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Hey, I'm not saying he deserves it, but he killed it. So I was like, how can I be mad at him?
He got a lot of hate for that.
Did he? Do you think so?
I think like
At the time,
they're
or
trying to
like
cancel
now?
him. Probably now.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
Yeah, fuck all that though.
yeah.
Yeah.
He did it. It's
Different
already
time.
done.
Kevin asks hard questions because you have to have like a vast knowledge of actors. I feel like.
Mm.
Yeah. I'll say Timothy Chalamet could play me.
Mm.
Who? Timothy Chalamet?
that one kid.
Is that his name? Chalamet?
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Like Charlemagne. Chalamet.
Yeah, that guy.
I thought it was like he's not the same person I'm talking about, right? The singer, the Timothy Chalamet.
No.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know who that person is.
Huh?
Timothy Chalamet.
What about you, Chris?
I don't know. I don't know any kid actors right now, but everybody says I fucking look like Keanu Reeves, and I
Let's go. Perfect.
So
Yeah,
I see
that's
it.
a really good one.
Or like
He said, "Do you
Kylo
have
Ren.
your gun?"
All right, guys. I think that wraps it up. Can you tell people where they can find you and like your Instagram?
Oh yeah. You can find me on Instagram at letter C dot Lauf LAUF, and that's really it.
Let's go. Rolling Rosa too.
Yeah, Rolling Rosa
Shout out
because it
Rolling
says
Rosa.
pop ups. Just being maybe you'll see me at Brian's pop up.
Maybe you will
come through every now and then.
You see me at Pads pop up.
Let's go. You can follow me at Pablo Trees, Pops Prince. I got new socks out next week. I'll put pictures up. But
dope.
I'm very happy about these socks. They came out really nice.
Just in time.
Shorts. Too. Yeah. Wait, why? For fall?
It's about to fall.
Yeah. You can wear socks all year round.
Yeah, yeah. As you should. I mean,
shorts, shirts, popsprints.com. Thank you. Where can I find you?
Squared Hill everywhere. Comfy Fits. CMFY FITTS. Yeah, shit. More shit coming soon. We're at the gallery. By next week it'll be over. We're at the gallery until the 3rd. Go buy the rest of this shit so we can do some more shit,
Yes, sir. I'm Rex. Rex Quando on Instagram. Resurrection everywhere else. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys.
Thank you for coming, bro. I appreciate you coming. I mean, the guys appreciate it.
Chris.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. We got to do it again. It was fun.
I'm down, yeah.
What is this?
Trying to find beats, but it's not working.
What did you type in?
I typed in New York type beat.
New York type beat.
It says J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, J.I.D. type beat.
Wait for that beat to drop.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is Kenny. This is probably more like Bass or something. No, I don't know. I don't know who this is. This ain't J. Cole. This ain't Kenny.
This is J.I.D. Jid?
Maybe.
Yeah.
This could be
That's
him.
not
He's like
J.
the
Cole.
mixture of both.